YouTube? Welcome back to another vlog. Today you join me here in South Africa. I've just landed into Johannesburg. I'm here in OR Tambo International Airport. I came here on the BA55 on the A380 and now I'm catching a domestic flight down to Cape Town. Some of you may know that my wife Mieke, she is South African and her family is South African, and her parents just moved back to South Africa yesterday, and now I've got this flight to Johannesburg, so I thought I'd head down to Cape Town and go and visit the farm, which I've never visited before. That's where her dad Hamish, his parents live, along with some of his brothers, and they have a farm out there. It does animals, dairy, honey, loads of different stuff. So I'm going to visit the farm today, and then I'll head back tomorrow on another flight back up to Johannesburg to meet the crew back at the airport for our flight back to London. BA actually have domestic flights here in South Africa, and they're operated by a company called Comair, but then I think the planes have a BA livery or livery, however you say that word. Yeah, so I'm on a standby ticket for a BA flight down to Cape Town. The lovely check-in lady has just upgraded me, I think, to business. We'll see when I get on the plane, so that is very nice of her. And the flight is about 2 hours down to Cape Town, and then Hamish is going to meet me at the airport. Hopefully I'll be able to get some good shots of Cape Town coming into land, so I will check up with you when I arrive in Cape Town.
Prepare for landing.
Ladies and gentlemen, British Airways welcomes you to Cape Town International Airport. For your added safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt signs have been switched off. On behalf of Captain Bonus Twitter, his right-hand man Nick Sutherland, myself, Jared, and the rest of the crew, I'd like to thank you for choosing to fly with British Airways this morning, and we look forward to seeing you again in the near future. You have a safe and pleasant onward journey. Enjoy what's left of the week. Until next time, goodbye from all of us. Happening Ireland.
Right, so I've made it onto the farm. Excuse the hair, I've just had a bath. I got here yesterday, and yesterday Hamish and Naomi showed me all around the farm. They showed me everything that goes on. The main part of the farm is a lot to do with dairy. I think they've got over 300 cows here. And Hamish's brother Ruben, he's the dairy farmer, and he works so hard, man. He milks them at like 3 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock at night, and sometime in the afternoon, like 12. He's got some workers who help him out doing that. And then they've got loads of chickens. They've got a lot of animals just for fun, like peacocks and turkeys. The chickens lay eggs, obviously, and then they also make honey here and loads of other stuff. There's a lot going on, there's a lot of people. It's much bigger than I expected. At the moment they're a little bit sad because they're going through a bit of a drought, although this morning, as you can see, it rained, so they're all very happy that it's rained. Normally this area here should have water pretty much all the way up to the edge of the grass, but as you can see it is very dry at the moment. That should be seawater, and yeah, there's not much water, so the wheat they grow is probably about a foot tall when it should be like 4 or 5 foot tall. And yeah, they're hoping for a lot more rain, and I think I'm the lucky charm because I've come and it's rained. It is about 9:45 now, so me and Hamish are going to head back to the airport in about an hour's time. I need to fly back up to Johannesburg. My flight is going to be at 2 o'clock from Cape Town and should get me into Johannesburg about 4, and the crew get picked up from the hotel I think at 5:05, so I'll be quite early. I'll probably be about an hour and a half early, so I'll probably just hang around, try and edit the video up to this point, see what I can do. It's been a lot of fun coming out here. I've heard so much about the farm from Mieke, and she's saying how I'm not going to hack it on the farm because it is a lot different to England. I mean, I've just had a bath and the water comes out quite warm, and then you have to throw a few kettles of water in there to get it up to a hot temperature, and there's no Wi-Fi out here. There's not much phone signal. It's yeah, it's a bit of a different world, but it's been a good experience. Right, it is actually starting to rain now properly, so I'm going to head back inside, maybe get some more shots of the cows for you, and yeah, I'll catch up with you later. Okay, I've made it back to Johannesburg Airport. Just been for a cheeky Nando's, and I realised I didn't tell you exactly everything I got up to yesterday. So after Hamish and Naomi showed me around the farm, We then went to a place called Veldrift, which is like the nearest town to where the farm is, and they had a bit of shopping to do, so we picked up some snook, which is a local fish just a few meters away from where the shop is, and we also went to a little hotel for a cream tea, and then we came back, met some more of the family, met some of the neighbours, had dinner and just spent some time together. On the way back to the farm we saw the longest train in South Africa. The railway actually runs through the farm, but the place where we saw it, we crossed over a little bridge and the train was coming. It had like a locomotive and then loads of carriages and then a locomotive and loads of carriages, went on forever. We were sat there for about 5 minutes and didn't actually see the end. A few weeks ago my parents and Mieke's parents were having dinner, and my dad's a bit of a train geek, and Hamish was telling him about this railway line that goes through the farm and how it has the longest train in South Africa. So it was cool to actually see it and bump into it on the way home. I think one of the best things about being a cabin crew is being able to see the world, being able to learn about a lot of different cultures, but as cabin crew you are kind of hidden from everything, because I mean we're in our little cabin crew world. We land, we go to the hotel, it's all very nice, you're staying in the city centre and you don't always get out to see like the real area. So I've really enjoyed this trip. It's been a real good chance to see like how South Africans actually live and learn a bit more about the culture here in South Africa. The crew should be on the bus on the way to the airport, so I'm going to head down to the check-in desk and wait for them there. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. Sorry it wasn't as much of a, you know, seeing the city, what you could get up to if you came here on holiday, but more of following my personal family life. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for plenty more videos to come. Bye bye.